Hello and welcome to Shift Focus, where we treat you to some of the best events that take place in the city. There's so much happening in Chennai that I, for one, always face a dilemma: what to attend. The city is so abuzz with events. But first, let's take a look at what we have in store for you this week. Soak in music from the cello, sarangi and santoor at the Gharana Music Festival. Sway in tune to a Manipuri dance performance at the Lechal Festival. Rejoice at the opening of a new auditorium space at the Goethe Institute. I said earlier that there's so much happening in Chennai that I always find it hard to pick what to go to. But there was no doubt in my mind when it came to the Gharana Music Fest, which featured non-Indians performing Indian classical music. Take a look. The 6th edition of the Gharana Music Festival, organized by the Prakriti Foundation, not only had 3 days of mesmerizing performances, but the performances also had an international flavor. Three young and accomplished musicians regaled Chennaiites with music from their cello, santoor and sarangi respectively for 3 unforgettable days. Museum Theatre resounded with the musical notes from Drupad musician Nancy Kulkarni's customized 6-stringed cello. A Canadian married to an Indian and settled in Pune, Nancy infused her Western style of playing in each of her Drupads. A student of the renowned masters Shri Z.M. Dagar and Shri Z.F. Dagar, Nancy started her musical training at the tender age of 12. 30 years since, she says her journey that has been so interesting and illuminating still continues.
I had the chance to hear Drupad in Varanasi in 1982. And as soon as I heard that Drupad Alap, which is the slow section at the beginning, I thought that I had never heard any music so beautiful as that. So I right away thought, how would this music sound on my cello? So the very next day I went for my first lesson in Drupad, and I was totally amazed. It was very beautiful on the cello, and I was able to do it on the cello, so I felt that this is a worthy enterprise. Psychologically, to really understand the Indian thought process, how to develop the melody and how to improvise, and also very subtle things like the aesthetics of the music. What is considered beautiful in this culture musically? It's a total different palette than what we consider beautiful in Western classical music.
While day 1 was about the East meeting the West, day 2 and 3 were about Southeast Asia meeting North India. Day 2 saw Japanese santoor player Takahiro Arai give music lovers an impressive rendition of Rag Madhuvanti in Japtal of 10 beats. The soft strokes of the hammer against the strings of this instrument, which is believed to have originated in Persia, produced the most melodious and caressing notes, lulling the audience into a gentle trance.
India has so rich culture, like Calcutta, Mumbai is very different culture. Chennai also, Delhi, all states has own culture.
Only 6 years into playing the santoor, and Takahiro Arai's love for this Indian instrument and form of music is intense. Accompanied by the young and energetic Aditya on the tabla, Takahiro exhibited complete mastery over the instrument as he effortlessly coaxed rag after melodious rag from it. A student of Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma, Takahiro is now also fluent in Hindi. The magical melodies of the santoor were followed by equally magical melodies from the sarangi. Considered one of the most difficult Indian instruments to master, the origin of this instrument's name is very interesting. The word sarangi has been derived from two Hindi words, saw, which means 100, and rang, which means color. This is because the sound of the sarangi is believed to be as communicative and evocative as 100 colors. Yuji Nakagawa's mastery over the sarangi was astonishing. A student of the renowned sarangi exponent Pandit Dhruba Ghosh, Yuji has carved a niche for himself as a soloist. He alternated between silence and music, artist and instrument, breaking all norms to leave an indelible and lasting impression in the audience's soul.
Now I'm going to play the rag Patdeep and the very slow 12 beat, which called the Ektal Biran beat. Yes. And then 16 beats composition with a fast tempo. I'm very happy to performing here such a very wonderful, nice historical auditorium, and it's my big pleasure.
I could have just stayed drowned in all that sublime music. Hats off to Prakriti Foundation for the staggering variety of performers they bring to Chennai every year as part of their Gharana Music Fest. Time for a short break, but lots more wonderful events on the other side, so don't go anywhere. A new space for the arts at the Goethe Institute. Coming up after the break, stay tuned.